Oh no.
Let's drink.
Cheers to the better future.
Okay, it's coming. It's coming. So should I make the start?
You can make the start.
Oh my gosh!
Just imagine you have intro music right now.
So, hi everyone. Today it's a really special episode. Special for me, I guess, because I feel like I'm the host more than before. And with me is always Norbert.
Norbert.
Norbert. Yes.
Nerdbert.
Norbert.
Yeah, this is quite a nickname, Nerdbert.
Norberto. Exactly.
Hi, this is me.
Yeah. So I made some notes, so that's why I'm looking for it, because I was thinking that today for this episode we will come back to the roots of what we are doing, what is especially for us. It's really hard for us.
Spanish word for special.
¿Qué pasa?
Especial.
Yes.
No,
So,
yeah. So the spaghetti villaggio is lurking around the corner, waiting for exact moment for.
So the main idea for this episode is
Okay.
to understand user acquisition.
Okay.
And understand why it's so important, what actually we are doing.
Okay.
And it's actually why I came to this idea. It's every time I'm saying in my life that I'm doing user acquisition, everyone is saying like,
okay.
It's like I have like few scenario for it. Like first of all, it's like I'm starting explaining and they are like, okay, so we are kind of developer. And I'm like, oh no, I am not developer at all. Like it's just, I'm like implementing integration, impression, click.
Yeah,
and that's all. Like
impression clicks. This is something 100% above people's normal people's mind. But just to add to what you said, this is the thing I've always struggled when explaining, for example, to my parents or to people older age, what I'm doing when I worked in a media house or media agency. So I described to them like, all right, so there was a common question. So, okay, Norbert, what do you do in the media agency? I said, we make the media strategy, we buy media, we look what channels or opportunities for a brand would be. It was the most suitable for getting the objective for their awareness or performance campaigns. And the reaction from the second side was like, okay, so you make the TV spots.
Exactly. So
no,
it's not exactly like, I know that for some kind of people it's, you have a job like you're a doctor, lawyer, or someone else, and always I feel like I'm in the box of someone else.
Yes.
But I have like feelings that our job is really important, and with every year we are getting more and more importance of like actually technology is evolving. So every time I feel like, I have to educate people.
Yep.
And even when say like people are asking what you are doing, okay, you are not developer, you are analysis. It's not exactly typical analytic person, but you have to analyze a lot of data, and we'll talk about later.
Yep.
And also what is really hurtful for me is just people putting me to Google Ads and Meta Ads campaigns.
Okay.
It's not exactly what you are doing, and we have so many different platforms, and putting just one channel, it's not fair.
I have a perspective for you. So basically, I'm gonna do with the top-down method of analyzing things here. So we have, let's start from the beginning. Mobile apps, right? It's a common thing, right? Everyone knows about mobile apps. Everyone downloads it. Everyone once had a while and to go to the App Store and or Google Play and download their favorite game or app. And that's basically what probably 95% of the knowledge just ends here. So nobody knows and understands what's going on behind the mechanism of downloading the app. It's because there's some kind of user acquisition thing, there's some kind of apps optimization thing. But regular people, they don't understand and they don't want to know that knowledge that something is happening there. That's why user acquisition and apps optimization, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a niche, and it's a very fucking niche for mobile apps.
Exactly.
There's not, I mean, everyone talks about app development. Everyone talks about brand recognition, app recognition, about getting being famous in app stores, but nobody talks about that layer that actually is generating the volume of app downloads, of purchases, and stuff that basically makes the business. Nobody fucking cares about that.
No.
So that makes our jobs abundant. They're not famous. It's not about people that, app developers that make apps, business owners that make apps, product owners that control everything and coordinate everything. We are people that they're known to nobody. They have a lot of cash. They have a lot of marketing budget to, you know, uh, increase the awareness of the app. But nobody knows about that. Nobody knows what we are doing. And uh, adding to what you said about Google and Meta ads, this is the thing that actually is the probably the easiest and the is the easiest path for marketers, for advertisers to promote their app. And this is very sad that they are actually ending their research just on Google and Meta, because there's a whole other world that we can explore with user acquisition campaigns.
Exactly. More when every app is special and we have so many options. And like I said, every app is special, and for every app we have to create different strategy. That's why like I'm so excited to be like part of user acquisition and also mm, team, or how you can say, like society.
Initiative.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like I made even in a point like what user acquisition do every day, so we can like go every step so people will understand what we are doing, but in a way that everyone will understand. Like this is like my goal, that everyone will understand, and it's better also for, like, for example, developers or product owners, business owners. They were like, okay, I have amazing app, but I need also this one. And I think a lot of people miss it. A lot of people miss knowledge. So that's why we are here.
Yep.
It sounds a little bit like, oh, we are amazing. Poof. But it's just like, I feel that this is the way, like, we can have a lot of fun.
This is the way.
This is the way. Like, actually, we have a lot of fun, but we want also to educate, and we want that every app that we are working with it will gain a lot of success. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's but I agree with one thing that you said. I don't agree with the other thing.
Oh.
I agree with that we are very important in this whole equation of getting the app to the top 10 of the best apps of the category. I don't agree with the part that we have to be the people from uh, our society, from our environment. They the role has to be very appreciated. It doesn't make, I don't care if my work is appreciated from other people. My job is to make an app bigger, and I have all the resources and things to do to make it happen. I don't need any kind of appraisal. I don't need anyone writing on my LinkedIn that this is the person that made my app bigger, because our role from the very beginning is hidden somewhere uh, in the whole, uh, the collection of things that make the app popular. So at some point, I mean, I just want to do my job, and I don't care
Yeah,
about the
exactly.
outcomes, and I don't care about the uh, people knowing what I'm doing. I don't care about my family. I don't care about friends knowing that knowing that what I do is related to my job. So yeah, that's basically our point. We have a very specific knowledge, only reserved to us, and we make just the best use of it.
Yeah, but it's just like my point was more about it that in developing the app to achieve the success, it's so important to also implement user acquisition. And when you are saying that you are doing user acquisition, people are thinking, okay, you are doing Google Ads, and for me that is hurtful.
Okay.
Other like I don't need to know that everyone know what I'm doing. It's not my point. It's more about it that like people on the market that
Okay.
every day they are in they are working with the app. They know that it's kind of important and they will not, let's say, escape from it.
Okay, sure.
You will have like the wall. Like I guess I know your point, but
Yeah, I understand. I mean, it's sometimes just to give you uh, perspective to our listeners. So many times when we many times when we talk to apps about user acquisition, basically they want to stop the conversation by saying, "Oh no, we are doing Google and Meta and TikTok, so we are good with user acquisition." And you were just talking about free networks where most of the MMPs right now on the market have 5,000 plus ad networks, DSPs, technology solutions that make your user acquisition much richer. We just had a discussion with one of our apps recently. Uh, why do we have more than two networks launched in a campaign? The answer is very simple, because you get so huge difference in the results in the CPI segment or the ROAS segment, that you have to have this availability of other networks that you can try, test, and see what the results are. And just relying on Google Ads and Meta, that's the thinnest line you can take, and that's the easiest one. I take it for granted, but it will not get you to the point where you can scale and have a bigger business with your app.
exactly, I totally agree with you. And let's make like we have like so honest and so serious
I love it.
speech.
I love
like,
it.
oh my god.
This is I mean, we were kind of used to the regular scheme of
Funny
the
things,
podcast, but this one I love it.
Yeah, it's just like we have to come back to the roots and education part. And I also asked ChatGPT
Okay.
about what user acquisition specialist is doing everyday life.
Okay.
And he brings
All
me
right, people,
6
just
points.
get ready for the honest review of what user acquisition managers are doing around the clock.
Exactly. So, first of all, campaign planning and strategy.
All right.
Honestly, I totally agree with that. With like when you have app, you have to think how to start, which channel to choose, how to integrate, if we have enough analytics platform,
Yeah.
if we have MMP, on other things. So I totally agree with this point.
Yes.
And also for people who are thinking to start user acquisition, when we are thinking how to bring more users, you can reach us. of
Yep.
course.
abooster.pl.
Exactly. And we can help you to think how to plan which ad network to choose. If you don't have any analytics, we can also help you. And to think how your app is the best way right now to grow and on which case you focus. Okay, another thing, second point.
Yep.
Management. Set up and optimize across different platforms. All the time, every day, analyze performance, adjust parameters, allocate budget, and
I
calculate
agree.
pros.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
so
This is
sitting
correct.
and in this point, you are a totally analytic person.
Yep.
Sitting in many platforms, compare them, analyze them, and think how you can optimize. It's like kind of you are on stocks.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with that. It's the moment when I'm most cheerful when it regards to user acquisition campaigns. The moment when you have the option to see all the data in your very various platforms that you're running your campaign on, and the possibility that you have, uh, you can compare several ad groups or several campaigns or several channels with each other and give your best idea what's happening and what will be the best options for future recommendations and future actions to scale a campaign. That's, yeah, ChatGPT. This is the most important
Right.
point. I know that you're not hearing that, but in other case, just, this is, no matter what level you are, if you're CEO of your junior user acquisition specialist, this is the roots of this business. If you don't understand that, then you're out of the loop.
Exactly. Have you ever thought that you could be like good stock person?
No, no.
Really?
No, you have to. I mean, you have to have knowledge and understand what's going on. I mean, okay, understand right now. So you analyze the background of everything, what's going on.
You have to
and
know industry news.
Yeah, you have to know the industry news, right? So sorry, that was a little bit pacey, but it's very comparable to what you said. It's a stock market.
Cheers for it. Cheers for stocks. Because honestly, I was thinking like, actually, I'm doing every day what stock people are doing.
You're
Stocks.
buying and selling stocks?
No, it's just like,
but
you know,
never
it's kind
told
of
me about
excited,
that.
you know. It's like you're bidding, this one is changing, that one is changing, you're sitting, analyzing a lot of data. And I'm like, actually, I'm doing it everyday life.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future,
You
I
will
should
change to Wall Street.
think about it. I will think about it. Right now, I'm just like user acquisition and after optimization and all regarding the apps fun. But who knows? Like,
Yeah, I think that's. I know it's a bold comparison because stocks is a thing that happened for many years, and there are experts on, Wall Street and other major markets, and they know all about the possible fluctuations and opportunities, threats of the stock market. But I yeah, definitely agree that numbers are the key here, and this is exactly what we are doing every day. So just to give you, I think, a perspective um, of the stock market versus the user acquisition campaigns. So there are obviously hobbyists that want to invest money in stocks, and they want to spend 1 hour of their daytime to pick up their best choices or solutions for their stock portfolio. But at the end of the day, you need to spend the 8 hours, at least 8 hours of your daytime, uh, to make the analysis, to read the news, to make the assumptions and decisions that will make your options profitable. So this is exactly what we are doing with user acquisition campaigns, right? So we are successful because we are doing that for most of the part of our daylight, right? So.
And the best feeling actually, it's when you see the growth number. It's like you put some optimization and you see
the
how
results.
you influence it, and it's like
then you
it's
sit
made
on your
my day,
chair.
like honestly.
You push.
No, actually, no.
No, you just sit like that. You
yeah,
get
I'm
your
the
hands
boss.
behind your hair, and yeah,
exactly.
I did it. I did it.
I did it. I just
Nope.
fucking did it. So we spent a lot of time with analytics part. We are really excited about it. But another things, it's about creative development. And with this one, I'm also really excited because like, okay, you're so good at numbers, you're good at sitting, taking the data, analyze it, but you have also this creative part. And I think like every even science person, because like I have things that in Poland you like segregate the people like this, that they are good and human, like saying like languages, subjects or something, and with maths.
Yeah.
And we are not connecting it. And with user acquisition, I feel that we are able to connect two things because you are optimized campaign, but it's so important how your creatives looks like, how you are using the trends, which channels you are using, and how you optimize it. So everything is like in total, and I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the message. I think it's a very good point. This is a message to all those people that want to create their career based on user acquisition campaigns and basically being inside the promotion of the app. It's not all about the numbers, and yeah, you have to find an equilibrium point where you get an understanding what's going on with the campaign, and that basically means the analysis of the numbers and stuff like that.
So we are coming back to creative development.
Creative development, yeah.
So, how important is user generated content?
It's not.
It's not. Oh my gosh, Norbert, you didn't say that. User generated content.
Of course it is.
So
I got
important.
you there. I got you there. Of course it is. So my perspective on UGC is we are living in a fascinating moment of social interactions, of social generated content. We are the actress or actor of our own life, which is shared among millions of people around the world. That gives us an opportunity to create an honest content, right? So I know that there's a thin line between what is a known content and what is a promoted content, and we have a lot of debates and issues regarding to how far we can cross the line in social media, talking about products, talking about services, which would be promoted or advertised by specific brands. But bear in mind one thing: just create honest content.
Exactly. That when users will see it, they'll feel that they are part of it. It's just like with user generated content, I feel that you are like kind of part of the app, that we are sending this video to one of my best friends. So
Yes.
I'm sending like, oh look, this app is really useful. Like download it because I feel it's great and it helped me, and you feel also this help. So this is all coming with it. It's not about all beautiful model, all beautiful like photos that is actually not real. It's about real life.
Yeah, I think we are absolutely fit with the fake content that we consumed in social media. Social media is still one of the most important things in user acquisition campaigns. If you will fake the image of your brand, forget about getting good results. Uh, that's the statement that I think we both agree.
Yeah, you should be honest. Like
Yeah.
honestly, be honest with your content, with your followers, with
Honestly, be honest.
honestly be honest.
That's
Yeah,
I
that's the
think the most
important.
the biggest summary that we can create.
Okay, coming back to ChatGPT and what user acquisition
no!
specialist is doing.
It's
So,
coming back.
Fourth point.
Yeah.
Performance tracking analysis. It's true. We already talk about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
every
we
day
did.
we are seeing the data. But I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite KPI? Key performance index.
Holy shit.
I actually have.
Okay.
Don't say cost per install.
No.
That's the easiest one.
No. We are going
Because
way beyond the...
for our all listeners, there are so many metrics and KPIs follows, and every app is different.
Yep.
And need different KPIs. From my experience, I see that the most famous now is ROAS.
Okay.
Return on ad spend, return on investment.
Yep.
And everyone is looking for a dream ROAS that you can get more that you are spending.
Yeah, that's a tricky question. I mean, it's I mean, the easiest part is obviously goes for the installs, but
app launch. That is also important to mention right now. That what for you it's cost per install. It's not actually that user is downloading. It's that the user is launching the app. For this one, you are paying.
Yeah. So that's basically because the systems that measure the install rate is launching when the user launches the app. So there's no possibility to track the installs or downloads from the Google Play or App Store. So when you're implementing an MMP, which we talked about a while ago with AppsFlyer, the moment when the MMP kicks in, that's the moment when we track the install, which is actually the app launch. So that's worth mentioning here. What was the question?
It is also important to mention right now. I'm sorry that I'm interrupting you. That there are different campaigns and different ad network that sometimes they are the ad network that we are paying for pre-installation. So when we are first time opening our smartphones, we are like
you get
analyzing oh, I like sport, and after you have like suggestion apps, and right now when you are opening your new smartphones, you have this app already downloaded.
Suggested, yeah.
And actually, this, like for example, my favorite fitness app, X, the name of the app, I'm opening, and that's the way I'm paying for it. This is the way I'm paying for it. So when I'm opening the app, you're paying for it. Yeah. So it's all about how you want your user acquisition campaign to work on which ad network, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I have to mention this one. So there is different metrics. But coming back, what is your favorite KPI? So many to choose.
Yeah, so many to choose.
In CCC, I guess CPS.
That was actually ERS, so effective revenue share. But you got me here. I mean, it's a simple question, but it actually...
You're not sitting in the campaigns.
Okay.
You have to sit
okay, but it drills down into many details, right? From business perspective view, the less the requirements of the KPIs, the better. So if you go for launches or registration, that's much easier for getting the campaign up and running. But from the ambitious point of view, so we want to, of course, scale the businesses. So we want to make them grow bigger and make them more profitable. Obviously, the purchases, so cost per sale, and return on ad spend. This is something that I think we love, right? So we are
Yeah.
running a couple of campaigns. Our uh, perspective is we want to go from CPA to ROAS optimized campaigns as soon as possible, because we know that this will continue our relationship with the app or continuity of the promotional budget, and also brings results for the app itself. So at the end of the day, of course, business is the most important thing. ROAS, of course, is the metrics that will give the answer to that.
Yeah, but also I would like to mention here that sometimes that app owners, developers are not happy with that. It's just for good result with user acquisition, you have to wait.
Yes.
Sometimes even 1 month. And for people, it's hard to understand, but it's all about machine learning, how to get to the right users.
I agree. Yes.
And yeah, you have to trust us. Like all the system is optimized. We have like stages of education machine learning. So just sometimes like hold on the horses and
Yeah.
wait. Yeah, and just wait. Like
Yes, this is this is a statement, an announcement to all the people all around the world.
yeah,
Oh la la la
true.
la
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 la la
la
la
la
la
la
la.
la la la. If you have an app, uh, it's a difficult business. You're going into a difficult business. You have to invest money. You already have invested money into developing the app, which we get it, right? So this is a budget that it's not actually refundable from the very first day of the app is living. So, but then you have to face the challenges and issues of going into a much bigger place and making your app popular, and you have to invest more money.
And I will add here
Yep.
that most of the case, like with category of the app, it's that you have to pay for non-organic users.
Yeah.
If you want to achieve the success, you have to pay for
Pay
it.
for the users. Yeah, there's no way. Let's make it straight, right? Your competitors from whatever category, they are investing money and they are paying for the users. If you want to have an organic way of making your app bigger,
you have to think about App Store optimization, but still, even App Store optimization, it's helping you have when you have like user acquisition campaigns.
Yeah, you don't have enough downloads, and the user
they
acquisition
should
campaigns,
go hands in hands.
That goes, yeah, exactly. It combines. So we have a lot of apps with ambitious goals of having an organic growth in their lifespan. So we are based in Poland. We have a discussion with one of the apps that wanted to be promoted in local pubs or local places that social gathering and stuff like that. So that was the main KPI, main business of their app. But when I done the calculations, so I said like, okay, guys, if you wanna be organic and you wanna grow based on the popularity of the place, of the physical of offline place, you will get 100 installs. That's just I made up this
To
number,
be
but
honest.
just to give you a perspective. You get 100 installs and you invest money with partnership with those pubs, and take a lot of time and money and resources to get to that point when you generate QR codes or make the scripts for barmans that will make your app download. You spend a lot of money and you get 100 installs, and it will cost you $10 per install. But running a user acquisition campaign is just a part of your whole strategy. Make your cost per install or cost per launch significantly less. I mean, it's less than $1. $1. It's
Cheap, cheap, cheap.
yeah, cheap, cheap, cheap. And it's not cheap, 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 and you will get nothing for that. It's actually all based on numbers and calculations. All the stuff will be just tucked in the very
Okay,
first
so to
figure.
sum up, you have the same favorite key metrics as me.
That's confirming.
Yeah, I get it. So
I mean,
we have
the
2
business
points.
is working.
Yeah, exactly. So we have 2 points more. Another thing is A/B testing and
Okay.
experiments.
All right.
So I'm really fan of it because I feel, and from my experience in App Store optimization, when you're making A/B test or ABC test, ABD test, how many versions you have of your screenshots or anything or wherever you want, you are finishing one test and another time you are starting another one. Yeah. And another one and another one and another one. So A/B testing for me, it's more to understand the users, more understand how they like to get promoted, or it's all the time testing. Like you cannot have like A/B test, finish it, and not have a test. Yeah. Actually, that's for me. Like all the time you have to test it. Like world is changing so fast, rapidly. Everything is changing rapidly. Yeah. And you have to answer for it.
Yeah, I mean, the A/B testing is a concept that has been a while since the beginning of the internet, and it was a popular moment when Google came up with their own solution and was called Google Optimize. And it was basically a tool for making a different versions of the landing pages or the websites based on the changes of the layout, of course, but also making some sort of personalization. So a specific version of the website was feeded to the people that matched the target audience. And based on that, Firebase, so the SDK,
amazing analytic platform,
SDK that probably most of your apps have right now. They've created the A/B testing, which is connected to remote config. So basically, that means that you can push live versions of different live versions of the same screen to different people and make the app making the A/B testing without changing the code. So the sad part of the story is Google killed Optimize. Yeah, they killed Optimize.
There is always a way. Like in my experience, it's like, okay, App Store, like Apple, Google Play, Google is putting some. Hold on. Yeah. We are putting this one. And smart people are always thinking like how to go around it. And so excited.
I mean, Google made it very clear in terms of the www A/B testing, regular websites. They said, so we're killing Google Optimize, and will be available, just to let you know, for advertisers till I think it was 13th of September 2023. After that, you cannot use it. And they specifically said, all right, so we are killing the product, as Google used to used us to having this kind of similar situation. But you can use Optimizely or other situations or solutions that can make you A/B testing on the website. But they said that for mobile apps, we will keep the core functions of the Google Optimize and we'll still maintain and also support the A/B testing uh, of the app with Firebase SDK. So that makes us quite a convenient situation right now. So we can A/B test things that we are happening right now in the app, and A/B test the creatives. So what makes the profits of this whole situation right now? My understanding of this is that A/B testing of app is crucial for many users. One thing is personalization, and the second thing is optimizing your KPI funnels. So if you're all into performance and you're up into purchases and stuff like that, you cannot rely on just one single source of knowledge about that your funnel right now works okay and you just need to invest more money. That's not how it works. You have to just constantly optimize it. You have to think about other ways that people would be more engaged with your purchasing process and get stuff like that.
I would just add that you can test everything from your screenshot, title, short description. It's actually really funny for me, but from my experience, I was always thinking like, okay, with description, I have to make like for users that it will be easier for them to read it. Mm-hmm. But every time I made test, it's actually showing that the most important are keywords.
Yeah. This is the other
People
part.
are not reading it. Like they focus on screenshot, videos,
but the
description.
Words, yeah.
The most important, like 200 first words, and we are out of it.
This is the second part. So the A/B testing of the app is obviously very important, but we have to remember that before user enter your app and be the part of the A/B testing, they have to go through the app store. Then they have to go through the campaigns that they are seeing. So the moment when we actually engage in A/B testing is the very first moment when people see anything, any information about your app through our ad networks. And that basically creates a lot of work for us because when we have one channel, so for example, we told you about channels, right? So it's not just about social media or Google.
SRN.
Yeah, so SRN. It's not just about SRNs, but it's all about
getting the right ad network for your app.
And putting attention to that ad network because each ad network right now allows us to make an A/B test. Either it's a manually processed thing, so we have to make two campaigns separately and make an A/B test, or there's an option to make the A/B testing inside the ad network, which will make the calculations readily available for getting the right results. Obviously, the important stuff is that you have the control of what users are seeing in the mobile app. But the second part, which is connected directly to what we are doing in user acquisition campaigns, is making the A/B testing of different ad groups, of different audiences that we are using, and basically all the resources that we have. So there's A/B testing here and there.
And it's so important to all the time change it.
Yeah,
like you cannot like make one creatives and that's all. Like you have to all the time think how to make it like more fresh, more with trends.
I mean, this is not just to overwhelm you that we are in the moment that we have to produce hundreds of creatives in different versions. It's not the case right now. We actually reached the optimum or equilibrium of having the right moments of creatives and the number of creatives of creative versions of ad groups that we are just rotating every campaign that we are launching on. And it basically means that you have to have 5 updated ad groups.
But for me, making creatives, it's like making content for one of your best friend. And I think that's how
Wow,
app
that's great.
owners
Yeah.
have to think about it. It's like, okay, now it's season of summer, so we have to make creatives
Related to this?
related to the
Yeah.
summer. Like
Yeah.
I'm sending like news to my friend, and I think this will work because like people would like to feel that they are part of the community.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
agree.
the most important of it. Like, don't make creatives that people will not click on it, that they will feel that, okay, it's another creative. Oh my God, they want my money. Like,
That's a great summary.
no, 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 no. So, the last thing, we already talked about it. It's industry updates. Industry
Okay.
updates.
Okay.
So, I think it's totally true. It's sometimes hard to all the time like read updates because you have a lot of your own work, and at the same time you have to be up to date.
Okay.
But it's so true, like with exactly with ASO, I feel right now that they are implementing so many new things. Like when you have the app, you have to update it.
Yeah.
With the new algorithms, with the new features, and use all of it to be
Okay.
the best.
Yeah. I mean, this is a situation when you have to rely on the expertise of people like us. So, uh, considering the going back to the comparing the user acquisition to stock exchange situation. So, if you're not into the business day by day, with every change you have, that's what will make your app disappear in Google Play and App Store. Just it takes so much time. That's why the services like ASO or user acquisition actually were created, because there are people that are involved in every change, in every shift of the strategy that you have to make in your app, to make it adjustable to your user acquisition strategies, right? So this is the moment when you have to be up to date with all the news and the insight that you have from the market, and then adapt it to your strategy. So reading about the news, all right, this is fine. This is what will make your general information and knowledge a little bit bigger, and you understand, which is great. But then as a booster we can discuss it with you and make proper decisions. But the little details just lies in very small things that we have to consider in every part of our work. Either it's a user acquisition or either it's a app optimization. uh,
Both should go hand in
Yeah,
hand.
I mean, there, there are a lot of conferences, and there are great conferences. I mean, you can go to Las Vegas for MAL. This is a great conference for getting people from the same industry, from with the same objectives. You get APS, which is one of the most recognizable conferences for user acquisition, app optimization, held in Berlin, London, New York, uh, which will give you a great perspective of what's going on in the business. But it takes time. I mean, it's great to go to a conference and see some presentations, but to actually have the impact of understanding what's going on in the business, of uh, keeping up to date with the most recent things. Have you noticed that it's actually the moment of Scan 5.0?
Yeah, I
It's
have
not
feelings that
4.0. I mean,
not all the business understand 4.
yeah, I mean, we are in Scan 5 era, and we we try to create the understanding or the knowledge of Scan 4, but Apple is giving up the base and trying to make the privacy concern even bigger with every each update. So we have to be in track of Scan 5, what's going on. That's a lot of work. So this is the important stuff about your user acquisition.
User acquisition.
This is important about user acquisition strategy for your app and
App Store optimization.
yeah, absolutely.
They should go hand in hand. A lot of analytics, sitting in data.
Yep.
Optimize it.
Yep.
Setting up the campaigns, choosing the right ad network. Call us. And creative part.
A/B testing.
A/B testing. And news.
We hope that after this podcast episode, you would be able to explain what is
user acquisition. I hope so. I really
if you're
hope
a
so.
User acquisition specialist, shout out to you. And
it's not Google Ads.
It's not Google Ads. Just
even when Google Ads is amazing.
Yeah.
It's not only this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for listening to this episode. Hope you learned everything from us.
Another episode will be about App Store optimization.
Oh yeah, we have that
amazing. No one cares about it. Like honestly, some apps that they are into it, but it's so important. It's so many things to do.
Yes.
So exciting things to do.
And we are up for it. Thank you for listening. Catch you in the next one.
Ciao,
Cheers.
ciao.